Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome to this little Facebook Live where I'm going to continue talking about what we were talking about last week. Don't worry if you missed last week's, I'm just going to go through a little recap. So we were talking about when your emotions are almost controlling you rather than you controlling your emotions. So you might be in a state of overthinking, overanalyzing, and it's quite an uncomfortable state to be in. And we said that our minds try to counteract that. They try to solve an emotion in the same way that they solve a problem. And our minds are really good at problem solving. And it's almost like trying to find your way out of a maze. And you make some wrong turns, but then you remember to make the right turn again. But solving an emotion doesn't make any sense. So we have to do something else. When you're in that really busy headspace of overanalyzing, overthinking, you're in what's called a doing frame of mind or a doing mode. And the more you do it, because you think, I must get out of this, I must think my way out of it, even if you're not consciously thinking like that, your unconscious mind is kind of thinking like that. The more you do it, the worse it can get. And what happens is that the gap between where you are now and where you want to be starts to get wider and wider and wider. And you focus on that gap rather than trying to get into a more resourceful or helpful mode. So it just compounds the problem. So we said last week, the best thing that you can do is get out of that doing busy mind mode and get into a being mode. And we all know this. We all know that, meditation and mindful practices are really good. But sometimes life is too busy and sometimes it's difficult to meditate. So I'm going to give you now a really quick, simple little technique. It comes from NLP Master Practitioner, and it's based on a technique used in ancient Hawaii, of all places. So it's really gentle, really easy. It's repetitive as well, so it's quick to learn, and your mind gets into that frame of mind. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you kind of get ideas, inspiration, positive thoughts to help you out of the hole that you might have got into. So let's have a little go. This is called Hackle. Now, if any one of you has had a session with me, or you might have been to a workshop, I might have done Hackle with you, which is just another word for wide peripheral vision. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to just do a little extension of it. So just to give it a little bit of an extra kick. So let's get into Hackle. The first thing to do is that you want to pick a spot on the wall and make sure that you're not tipping your head back as such, but you're looking upwards. And look round about where the ceiling meets the wall. And pick a spot and focus in on that spot. And just allow yourself to breathe normally, blink normally, have your head in a comfortable position. Don't strain your eyes or your neck. Just focus on your spot. Notice the colours, different shades, different textures as you focus in. And this state of having highly focused vision is almost the opposite of what we're going to achieve. Because what I want you to do next is just relax your vision, just defocus that spot a little bit so you can see maybe 15 centimeters either side. And then relax a little bit more. So you're seeing maybe 50 centimeters either side, and just keep expanding wider and wider and wider and wider and wider And you can't see me at the moment, but I'm just stretching out my arms to the sides, and you might want to do that as well. And just keep moving your eyes wider and wider and wider until you're about as wide as you can go. And then go a bit further. And just keep relaxing, breathing, blinking, and widening your vision. Now bring your eyes to eye level, just look acrossways. And if you can, stay in that nice wide vision. If you've got your arms outstretched, you might want to wiggle your fingers. And as you wiggle your fingers, you might be able to just see both sets of fingers wiggling. And that's about how wide you need to be, if you can go that wide. Okay, in this nice wide vision that's called Hackle, I want you to focus on what you really want. Think about one thing that you want. One thing you want to achieve, one goal. See it, feel it, hear it even. And if your vision has just come in a little bit, widen it back to the full Hackle, nice and wide. And this time, in that wide vision, ask your mind, is there anything that you need to learn? And then just wait. Wait for a word or a picture or a phrase. Don't worry if nothing comes, that's absolutely perfect too. Good. Now, come back to normal vision. Clear the screen. What you would do here is called a break state. A break state means think of something else, talk about something else. So I don't know about where you are, but it's absolutely tipping it down outside. Really, really, really rotten weather for July. So I'm just going to think about that rotten weather for a second so I can clear everything from my head. And we're just going to repeat again. So having your eyes at eye level, get into that wide, 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 wide vision. If you need to, just wiggle your fingers as you've got your arms outstretched, so you can just see both sets of fingers wiggling away. That would be your ideal. And now focus on what you really want. Focus on that same goal. See it, feel it, hear it, taste it, smell it. Make sure now, just check again that you're in this wide vision as you ask your mind what you need to learn. Just wait for a word, picture, phrase, or maybe nothing. Maybe there's nothing to learn. Good. Clear the screen again. Break state, think of something else. Tad James always says, can you smell the popcorn? Do you want a cup of coffee? Let's do it one more time. Okay, so back into Hackle, wide, wide, wide peripheral vision. Wiggle your fingers to make sure you're in that vision. Now, think about your goal one last time. See it, feel it, hear it. Enjoy that. Check yourself that you are still in that wide vision. And ask your mind, what do I need to learn? And then clear the screen. Come back into reality. And that's a really nice little exercise just to give you insights, calmness. It's a little bit kind of trancy, floaty, so it's quite nice to just bring everything down. And it takes 2 minutes to do. So play around with Hackle and this extended version of Hackle. Let me know how you get on and take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.